Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Zed, and I'm bringing you more Showdown because that is all I can do right now. I should probably stream sometime soon so I have actual versus recorder files, seeing as I lost all of mine. So that will probably happen in the next couple of days at least. Maybe even today, who knows. But yeah, we're gonna play back this thing. I didn't have any of my teams because all of that data was lost as well. PO stuff, Showdown stuff. This is how it works when you lose everything from your laptop. You don't really realize how much it affects crap, but here we are, and I went into my YouTube inbox and I found a team that someone had sent me a while back for my PO live stuff because I couldn't be bothered to make one myself, and here we have it. It's a rather weird team. Ho-Oh, there is no Ho-Oh. There's a Haunch Crow, which apparently has hidden power grass, and then there's a Scarf Crowbat, which has hidden power ice on it. I'm not quite sure what that is meant to deal with in UU, but I guess it's there for a reason. That's why he put them on them. But whatever, I'm playing a relatively standard UU team here, and you know, some big threats there with Raikou and two of the Johto dogs there with a nice little Tangrowth inside them. It's like a it's like a dog spaghetti sandwich over there, and then you got some other guys. But anyway, we'll just start it off, get into this. I'll lead off with P2. Thinking I usually lead with the Scarf Crowbat, or I had been for the last few battles, but I thought, okay, well, he has like Magneton, he has Raikou, he has, you know, stuff that resists the Brave Bird, and I don't really want to be U-turning and going into something to take a hit. So lead off with P2, thinking I can just take the whatever he wants to go for, T-Bolt, Volt Switch, and fire off a Toxic. Unless he wants to go straight into Magneton, then I should be good to go, or even Nidoqueen actually could have taken the Toxic, but I didn't think he was going to do that. Ends up going to Heracross, which was actually a really nice play on his part. Allows him to get the Guts boost, which is what I'm thinking right now, because why else would you go into Heracross on a well, actually you'd go into it because you could kill it with a close combat, but I guess it serves purposes here, and I know he's a Guts one just because of the next turn when he actually goes for the Fakiade, and the Fakiade does a lot of damages to the Gligar, not a huge amount, to the point in which I'm afraid of Heracross, because Heracross can't really touch Gligar in UU. It's generally known that Gligar is a 100% guaranteed stop to Heracross, so even though it does about 35%, I know I can live another one, so I get off my Stealth Rocks as he went for it, and then now I can just Roost as he switches into Tangrowth, which is pretty nice. Gives me a little bit of a window here to go into something to go to sleep, because it's not really a window, I just have to make the decision to go to something to go to sleep, because that's what Tangrowth generally does. It goes for Sleep Powder, Stun Spore, that kind of thing. Now, I'm not really sure whether he's a double powder set or not, so I'm thinking, okay, before he does anything, I'm going to stay in and find out what this Tangrowth actually does, what type of Tangrowth it is. So I'm thinking maybe he's going to go for Stun Spore, maybe Leech Seed. Those are the two obvious options, right? Let's see what he does. And he goes for Leaf Storm! And he crits me, and I die. Okay, so I've never seen that before. He's running Life Orb Tangrowth, which is rather interesting because Regenerator helps out with the Life Orb, and he has Leaf Storm, so he's really super duper offensive, like in the shizzy offensive. So now I'm going to go to Crobat thinking, okay, well, fuck it, I'm probably just going to kill him with a Brave Bird, so I'll try it and see how it can do. Unfortunately, he's actually just going to go to Magneton. I probably should have U-turned there, given me a bit of more momentum to go into, I guess, Chandelure, and then fire off Fire Blast. That's another thing, look at his entire team. As long as I get Suicune out the way, Chandelure can basically clean house. It is going to fire off those Scarf Fire Blast like it were nothing, and everything's going to die. So I go into Meloetta as opposed to Gligar, thinking he may want to go for a Hidden Power Ice to take Gligar down, and Meloetta's a nice middle ground, because it's kind of good, especially defensively, but he ends up Volt Switching, goes into Raikou, which I, again, can Volt Switch, but I guess he opts to go for the T-Bolt. Doesn't really look like Specs damage to me. I probably would have died or come very close to dying from Specs. So I'm thinking Scarf, go for the Psychic, do a nice amount of damage, and now, knowing that he's probably going to be locked in on the T-Bolt and wants to kill me with a second one, I'm going to go back into Gligar to just sponge that and basically be immune. That's what Gligar does. He has the nice ground typing on his side, so it's very easy for him to just come in like the little pink devil he is and sponge it all up like a sponge of a bat. Now, obviously, I can't go for Stealth Rock again. There's no point in me roosting, so I could either Earthquake or U-turn, and I'm thinking, well, he's in a position where he's forced to switch, so I might as well U-turn to get a little bit of an advantage here. It works out beautifully because he goes into Tangrowth on the U-turn, and now I can famously fire off off a Fire Blast. But knowing that he has a Suicune, I'm of course not going to do that. I'm going to be a bit more smart about it and go for the Energy Ball as he switches that thing in. Now, what I'm thinking here is he doesn't want to stay in with Suicune, so he's obviously going to want to switch into Tangrowth to take the Energy Ball. Thinking that I'm going to be locked into the Energy Ball, and he's going to go back to that. So I'm thinking if he's going to go to Tangrowth, I might as well be proactive and go to Crobat. So that's what I do. I'm thinking, okay, he's definitely not going to stay in. I'm going to go to Crobat, and it's going to be all fancy dancy and great. He decides to stay in, and he doesn't switch. He goes for Hydro Pump, and it misses, which is kind of great, on all honesty. It allows Crobat to kind of survive and fire off more moves, but there you go, that's hacks, and if you're running Hydro Pump, you better expect it to miss most of the time, because god damn it, that's what it does. Don't want to be kind of messing around with Suicune. Again, I'm Brave Birding for the sake of Brave Birding, because that's what you do, you Brave Bird all the things, and in comes Magneton again to take it pretty nicely. This thing is actually taking a lot of damage, just chip damage constantly, but it's being worn down eventually. Now, I decide here, I guess a bit of a rash play just to go to Gligar to take the T-Bolt or Volt Switch. I'm thinking, okay, he just wants to go for it, but no, Hidden Power Ice just is a nice middle ground anyway, because it does enough to Crobat, and well, it's going to kill Gligar, so I get critted, the second crit actually this game. Not really that it matters, because of course I am very weak, especially defensively, and it's an HP Ice, so whatever. I go into Chandelure now, and at this point, not even really his Suicune can switch in and take a Fire Blast, because Stealth Rocks will bring him down to the point where he'll actually die from one. So I go for it, kill the Magneton, and then I'm like, well, fuck it, as long as I don't miss this, Fire Blast is going to kill Suicune, and then I'm basically free with Chandelure to sit here all goddamn day and just click the Fire Blast button, and as long as I don't miss, we should be good. So he's now going to go into the Nidoqueen. I am a little bit wary as to whether I'll kill it with a Fire Blast. I don't know quite why. Not expecting it to be defensively invested, but it has just like that natural bulk. There are some Pokemon out there, when you look at them, you're like, hey, that's kind of, you know, naturally bulky. So that's what I was thinking. Nidoqueen probably going to take it better than anything else in his team right now. And going to Crobat, I actually dodge an Earth Power, and works out pretty nicely because I can smash the Brave Bird button once again, and he's actually going to go to his Raikou for Death Fodder. Not that he had many options there. The best thing would have probably been to stay in with Nidoqueen, because I can't one-shot him, as you'll clearly see here. I just want to kind of fodder off Crobat at this point. I know that Chandelure can clean up the rest of his guys, so I'm going to leave Crobat in, go for the Brave Bird, and does a sizable chunk when, unfortunately, I will be struck down by the Ice Beam. So now I've got 3, he's got 3. Odds are certainly in my favour, however, because I have Scarf Chandelure, which is going to be outspeeding most of his guys. However, I decided to go into Meloetta first, thinking I'm faster than Nidoqueen, and I'll just kill it with a Psychic, and then Psychic will do enough to Tangrowth, and it'll kill Heracross if it wants to switch in. Apparently I'm not faster, so that was kind of a bit of a waste of Meloetta. I'm not really sure. I think it's like 90 base speed. Maybe this Nidoqueen is just really fast, and I'm running a Calm Mind Meloetta, so I guess that's not fully speedily invested. But going to Chandelure, don't want to miss a Fire Blast, and I know Shadow Ball will kill the Nidoqueen from that range, so I'm just going to lock myself on Shadow Ball, and then I'm going to go into my Honchkrow. So we only got these 2 guys left now. I'm thinking, okay, Sleep Powder, that's fine. As long as I can wake up, get a Brave Bird off, then either Tangrowth or Heracross will die, and then I just need to hit 1 Fire Blast. If I don't wake up and bad things happen, then I will need to hit 2 Fire Blasts. But turns out that I don't wake up, which means I need to hit 2 Fire Blasts. So we'll see how that goes. He's, you know, Life Orb doing a little bit of damage to him as this goes on, and dying to the hits, to the hidden power hittings. And now I can go to Chandelure. I'm thinking, okay, right, here we go. Can we hit a Fire Blast? Can we do it, ladies and gentlemen? Can we hit the Fire Blast? Yes, we can. Tangrowth is dead. All he now has left is the Toxic to Heracross, which could destroy me with a Stone Edge. So let's hope here that I can hit a second one. And do I? Can Chandelure? Yes, it can. I guess that I took Chandelure to Specsavers after all, and he was able to fire off that blast, kill the Heracross, and finish the game in a nice little 1-0. So there you go, a nice little showdown battle for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will certainly be trying to crank a few more of these out. I think I'm actually going to be away this weekend, so you'll probably see a bit more Showdown, maybe some more PO. There have been lots of people asking about Cap and when Cap is coming back. Nagi and I are planning to start Cap again as soon as the new Cap Pokemon is revealed. Just a quick update on that, actually, because Cap is actually in voting right now for the design. So if you want to go over, I'll leave a link in the description to the Cap thread where you can vote on the design of the new Pokemon. It's a Grass Dark type, I believe, and there's like, they're down to the top 7 at time of recording. So I believe anyone can vote. You just go to the forum and put your top 3 or your top however many. Put them in bold in a post on the thread, and there you go. I personally would recommend you vote for the pineapple guy made by Yilks. Really fucking awesome thing, and Nagi and I would appreciate it if that won, because then we get to use it in our Cap videos. I really want to use Pineapple Guy, so if you can vote for Pineapple Guy, then you're gonna get me and Nagi very, very happy when we do Cap again. If not, I guess it's your own decision, so whatever. But yeah, the guy's name is Yilks, and he made Pineapple Guy, so go vote for the pineapple design. It's really fucking great. There you go. I'll see you guys next time with more Showdown. And that is it. Goodbye.